All right, so now we're here at part 2. All right, we just worked on solving computation problems of addition where you were just solving with numbers. Now we're here at solving number stories. Okay, so here we want to be able to read the number story. We're going to think about what are those important numbers, those important words. So here we have this little anchor chart we're going to be using today. Okay, looking for these words like both or all together or in, all, total, right? Those are going to help us know that we're supposed to add. Then we can go ahead and plan it out. If we need to draw a picture, we can to help us visualize. We can write out our number model, right? That equation, and then we want to solve it and make sure our answer makes sense. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and model that for you now. Let's be able to read the whole problem. All right, it says right here, there are 2 students playing video games. So I'm thinking these 2 students. Okay, one student played video games for 143 minutes. Wow, that's a long time. The other student played games for 96 minutes. Okay, not quite as long, but still pretty long. How many minutes did both students play all together? Okay, so I just read it, and I see that we have this word all together. And I know that word is right here. It's one of my clue words. Tell me I'm supposed to add. So I'm going to go ahead, and we learned about a part total diagram. So I'm going to show us that. That was a good strategy that we learned. Remember, I put the big number in the big box and the little numbers in the little box. Well, I don't have my total. It says how many minutes did both students play all together. So I know that's what I'm trying to solve here. I'm trying to solve what is that in all total. What's that big number? So here I need to make these 2 numbers go here. Even though they're not super little numbers, they're little numbers in this number story. So 96 and 143 are going to go here. And I want to see how many minutes did these students play together when I add these up. So my number model is going to be 143 plus 96 equals, we're not sure. That's why I have that question mark here. So let's go ahead and solve it. So I'm going to use the same ideas of what I was just doing in the computation, and I'm going to do here. So I'm going to write it up and down. 143 plus 96. Again, always make sure you line it up. Okay, and I'm going to change colors just so you can easily see my writing. So 3 plus 6, so 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm going to write the number 9. 4 plus 9, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Ooh, okay, so I'm going to write the 3 here. I'm going to carry that 1. So 1 plus 1 is 2. There was no hundreds here, so I'm going to write 2. So my answer should be 239. Okay, so how am I going to be able to check my problem? I wrote my number model. I used this diagram to help me, right? I drew the diagram. So now, how am I going to make sure that this problem is correct? I solved it, but I always want to make sure. What could I do? Yeah, I could make that ballpark estimate. So 143, well, that's close to 150. And then 96, well, that's close to 100. So 150 plus 100, well, that is close to 250. 239 is close to 250. It's a little bit less, but 143 and 96 are both less than the other numbers that I used for my ballpark estimate. So that seems like it's a reasonable answer. Right, so you guys are going to now go through and use these same kind of things that I just did. You can even use our anchor chart. You can use the part total diagram to help you. And you're going to solve these problems here. And then you're going to go ahead and reflect. Now, there are some opportunities for you to practice some more. Here are some everyday math games that will help you with addition. And then here are some different IXL practices. I would suggest definitely going on to these word problems ones. That's going to be very helpful. Okay, again, I've told you in our Google Meets that if we don't learn anything else this year, our big things we want to focus on is addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Learning those things is going to help you tremendously, right? Those are the main core things we learn in third grade. So please go ahead, focus on these, and do your best. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks, guys.